Hi friends, I just wanted to take this opportunity to connect with you guys and talk to you about the e-learning industry. Now I'm sure many of you would have heard about the huge growth prospects of the e-learning industry. There is so much that is being written and talked about in the press and in social media these days that it's extremely difficult to escape the attention that is being lavished on this industry. And going by some figures which have been put out by reports that have been made on the prospects of this industry, the numbers that are being quoted are fantastic. There are numbers upwards of $375 billion as being the size of the industry by 2026. Now, whether such numbers actually come to fruit or not, we don't know. But what it tells us, of course, is the fact that this is an industry which is growing, and this is an industry which probably offers a lot of opportunity. But whenever there is huge growth that happens, there are also a lot of misconceptions that get floated in the market, either knowingly or unknowingly. And I see this happening right now with the e-learning industry. And therefore, I thought that this would be a great opportunity to talk to you guys about what is the real deal about this industry and what are the various things that you should be very careful about when you step into this industry. So my name is Arnab Ghosh, and I've been a part of this e-learning industry and digital marketing space for quite a while now. And I would like to share with you some of my experiences so that you can hopefully derive some value out of what I tell you today. So therefore, preparing yourself for your stint in this industry. Now, some of the key things that you will hear about when you hear these internet gurus talking about the e-learning industry is that they'll tell you that this is absolutely easy. This is like cakewalk. All that you need to do is discover a passion that you have, and it can be anything for that matter. And you just, put that into some PowerPoint slides or Google slides and some videos, package it well, and then, make it into a course, and voila, it'll get sold. And they make it sound as if it's so easy that all that you need to do is put out a course, and then it gets snapped up immediately, and very soon you can be literally sitting on a beach in the Bahamas enjoying a mojito while your bank balance starts going up. But trust me, I've been on the inside, and I can tell you that it is not so simple. Making an e-learning course is a difficult and a hard work. You will really have to understand a lot of things before you get down to getting the right course out in the marketplace. You need research, you need a solid amount of understanding of your consumer, and you need a lot of patience to be able to translate your thoughts onto either a video or onto slides. I've experienced weeks of high productivity, and I've experienced weeks of absolute zilch coming out from me. I mean, I've heard of writer's block, and this can be as bad as that. On a certain week, you might just about accomplish nothing. And you've got to live with it, because that's the reality. That's how the human mind works. And when you finally manage to put the course together, it takes so much out of you that you feel literally drained. And in spite of all the effort, all the research, all the hard work, and all the pain that you have taken to put it together, I can assure you that in the end, you will still not be satisfied with your efforts. You will still look at some other courses that are there in the market and compare your effort with that and feel that you've come short. And you would rush to re-edit, reshoot videos, rewrite stuff. And it's an unending process, literally. And the only way that you can get out of this nightmarish cycle, if I may call it so, is by deciding that you can never have a perfect course. In fact, I would suggest that if you even get 70% of it right, it's fantastic. Put it out in the market, because at the end of the day, it's not you who's going to buy the course. You've done your best. Now let the market decide as to whether your best is good enough for people to actually take their credit cards out and purchase the course. So that's the first lesson, guys. It's a lot of hard work. And let that not dissuade you, and let that also not make you feel as if it's not doable. It's doable, but it's definitely not a walk in the park, as a lot of people would try and project it to be. It's a lot of effort that goes into making a successful online course. Now I want to talk to you about the 6 deadly sins, as I call it. And you know why I call these 6 deadly sins? It's because if you commit even one of them, you will not be able to succeed in this business of selling e-learning courses. So it's very important that you understand each of them and ensure that in your effort of trying to be a marketer of online courses, you do not commit any of these sins. So let's dive right in. So the number one thing that you must be aware about is understand your customer. If you do not understand your customer properly, then your course will be all over the place. Remember that a customer who buys your course is seeking a transformation. And when I say that, what I mean effectively is that the customer possibly is going through a certain problem, and he or she has obviously searched for a solution, and they have not been able to get the right solution in the marketplace amongst all that is available today in the marketplace. So therefore, when you come up to them with a solution, if you can convince them that your solution is more tuned to their problems, and therefore it is possible for them to get a cure or a transformation for their problems through your course, then more often than not, they're likely to buy it. It is as simple as saying taking people from Hell Island to Heaven Island. That is all that they are looking for. But within that also, there is a subtle nuance that you need to be aware about. And when I say that, what I mean is that, people essentially are always looking at moving away from pain and moving towards happiness. But this moving away from pain or existing pain is what is more important to them than moving towards future happiness. So when you're doing a course, when you're creating a course, you might want to keep that in mind. So for example, a course which talks about how to ensure that you do not have a credit card default when you're out of a job is probably going to work much better than a course which says how to have the dream house that you've always looked forward to in the next 2 years through affiliate marketing. So people are always more concerned about their current pain than for future happiness. So keep that in mind when you're trying to create or craft your course. Now let's move to sin number 2. The sin or the mistake number 2 that many people make is getting married to their idea. And when I say that, what I mean is that a lot of people get so convinced in their mind that they have got a great idea, that instead of validating their idea properly, they start working on it immediately. And they spend months, putting in a lot of effort, developing a course, developing a whole lot of material around it, and all the while believing that all they need to do is put it out in the market and everybody would be kind of lining up to buy this. But what happens is when they actually do put it out in the market, then the response is either negative or absolutely lukewarm. And this breaks their heart. I've seen so many people going out of business simply because they were so dejected by the response that came in after they had put in a lot of toil and effort making their course that they just couldn't bear to carry on. So the lesson out of all of this, guys, is the fact that you must always validate your idea. Now you might ask me, how do I validate the idea? That's a good question. Now if you have to validate your idea, there are a couple of ways of doing it. One is that if you have an email list or if you have a social following, then what you could do is you could sketch out your idea, outline the course that you would want to sell, not the whole course, not developing content at this point of time, just the outline of the course, and send it out as an email or as a post on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever you're comfortable with, and wherever you have a decent following. Send it out to people and tell them that you are looking at starting a new group coaching program wherein you're taking in a limited number of people, maybe 10, maybe 15, and you will be charging them just 50% of what you intend to charge when you will be formally launching this course. See the response. If you see a lot of people responding, then you know that the idea works. Other way of doing it is paid advertising. If you do not have a following, if you do not have email lists, you could actually do paid advertising through Facebook ads, through Twitter ads, and do the same process. Ask people to join in for a group coaching program and see what kind of responses you get. If you get a positive response, then you know you're good. But if you see very little response, very lukewarm response, you possibly would do better going back to the drawing board before starting to work on the course. And once you get a positive response, then what you could do is take time and launch the course, and every week deliver material and have a con call with your students, taking their feedback, understanding their problems, see that everything that you are giving out in terms of weekly lessons is clearly, clearly understandable to people. And if there is any problem, then you take notes of that and improve upon your material. And when you do that, then finally, at the end of, say, the 6 weeks or the 4 weeks or the 8 weeks that you have proposed for the group coaching program, you will have your course in place, completely validated by your students. So that's number 2. Now let's come to number 3. Number 3, and this is possibly the biggest sin that all of us have committed at some point of time, is never underprice your course. Now when we are starting out, we generally all have this tendency of cutting price, because we feel that if we cut the price of our course, then we will get many more people joining our course. Well, that can be true initially, but it also has its flip sides. Now let's look at it this way. Suppose you'd spent $20 on a particular product, or maybe even $10, and on something else you'd spend $200. Now when you have $20 which have gone out of your pocket for a particular product vis-a-vis $200, which one do you think you would be more focused on in terms of deriving the full value from it? It's obviously the one where you've paid the $200. So the point that I'm trying to make here, guys, is that if you price your course right, I'm not saying price it high, but price it right, then you get people who are really interested in the material. Since they have paid the right amount of money, decent amount of money to buy this course, they will also make the effort to complete the course. And that's very important to you if you are a newbie, if you're just starting out. Because, the more people who complete your course, that's always, good for you, because you can always ask them for testimonials. And when you get the testimonials, you can use their testimonials to sell your course in future. Because testimonials are the only things which work to convince future buyers that there is merit in spending the kind of money that they are being asked to do to buy a certain course or a certain information product. So that's why it's important that you price it right, get the right set of people, and ensure that people complete the course so that you get the best kind of testimonials possible. Now, let's move to mistake number 4, or if you may call it so, sin number 4. Sin number 4 is not spending enough time marketing your course. Now, what I mean by that is that a lot of people will spend months developing the content for their course. And when it's ready finally, they'll just rush in to launch it. Just get it out to the world is what they will believe in. Now, at a certain level, it's fine, but not at the cost of not really letting the world know about your product. What is it all about? If you see how successful internet entrepreneurs market their new launches, you will see that they spend literally months promoting their product. They cross-promote their product with others, they drive mailing lists, they do Facebook promotions, they do podcasts, they publish books, they come to chat shows, anything wherein they can get visibility and can talk about their product. And after they have driven this launch thing to a frenzy, then they just milk it. And lo and behold, they have a great launch, they have a great product sale. So that's important, So when you are launching your course, you also need to bear in mind that you will need to spend equal amount of time, if not more time, to market your course than what you've spent in developing your course. So what are the avenues that are open to you? As a marketer, what are the things that you can do to talk about your course, to get people to know that you have this wonderful product that you've created? A few things, of course. One is you can, if you have a mailing list, reach out to the mailing list, talk to them about your new product and get them interested, get them to buy the product, get them to spread the news. So that's one thing. But let's assume that you're new and you really don't have too much going for you. So the first thing that you should be doing is targeting Facebook groups, which are aligned to the product or to the idea that you are trying to sell to people. So suppose if you've done a course on digital marketing and you want to sell this course, then figure out if there are Facebook groups about digital marketing and become a member of such groups. Start providing value into these groups so that you are seen as a trusted member. And once you've earned the trust from the other members of the group and they know that you don't spam on the group, then gradually start pitching your course to them and see the kind of responses that you get. The same thing you can do with, say, Quora. Now, Quora, as you know, is a very interesting platform where people post a lot of questions and people answer those questions. It's your opportunity to figure out questions concerning your subject on Quora. Answer those questions professionally, truthfully, and once you've done that, put in a slug about the course that you have. And you might see a lot of people if they're happy with your answer, if they feel that you really understand the subject, they might just click and visit your website to see what your course is all about. Number 3 is podcasts. Podcasts are interesting because, they're not as populated as all the other things are. And a lot of people listen to podcasts today because they're either driving to work, or they're stuck in traffic jams, or they're at the gym, or they're taking a walk, or anything. So podcasts help them to stay connected while at the same time doing something else. And if you have a good podcast, if you can put together a good podcast, then it's a great opportunity. The 4th thing that you can look at is finding people to partner with. So you can reach out to blogs in your space, and you can either ask blog owners whether you can publish a post on their blog, and you can actually suggest to them the topics that you would like to write about, and see if they're interested. And if you get an opportunity, go ahead and do some serious posting on blogs of interest. The other thing that you can do also is ask people to write on your blogs. So if you can get people to put in a word about the course that you have in mind, if you share the course with them in advance, you might get a lot of people willing to put in a good word. So that's important. The 5th thing that I would suggest is a YouTube channel. Now I know it's sometimes very daunting to say that, create a video and put it on YouTube channel. But trust me, people are not looking at a polished, Hollywood-style production for your video. What people are looking for is honesty. And you see me, I'm just at home and I'm just talking to you. I'm just talking to you naturally, as I would. I don't have a script in front of me. I'm not reading out from a script. Whatever I have in my mind, I'm just translating that and talking as if I would talk to a friend. That's all that you need to do. Do a few YouTube videos, talk to people, share your ideas, share your thoughts, and let them know that you have a course which actually offers a solution to a particular problem. Give them snippets of the course also. Give them some ideas of what your course is all about. You might have a couple of modules that you might want to share with people who subscribe or people who are a part of your YouTube channel. You could give them an opportunity to sample your course. So that's another way of kind of marketing your course to people and letting the world know that you have something of value to offer. The 5th sin, or the 5th mistake that a lot of content creators for the e-learning business can be accused of, possibly, is the fact that they do not break up their content into smaller chunks. So one of the things that a lot of people end up doing is making their content exceptionally long. And in terms of their claim, they say that they have 133 videos and 40 hours of content. Now, one thing which they often forget is the fact that people do not buy courses because they're looking for information. Information, mind you, is free on the internet. One Google search and you get a million, responses. So people are not looking for information. People are looking for a transformation. Never forget that. And because they're looking for transformation, what they're essentially looking for is curated, precise, and targeted product, which kind of solves their problems. So it is not about the length of the content. It is not about the number of videos that you have. It is about how precisely you're able to resolve their problems. Therefore, the mantra that you should always remember is that have videos of not more than 15 minutes, and your total course length should not be more than 10 to 12 hours. 15 hours at a max, nothing more than that. So the last thing that I'm going to talk to you about, and the sixth deadly sin that a lot of e-learning content creators and marketers make is the fact that they do not buy or invest in the right tools for their business. For example, if you were in a physical business, a physical goods business, you would have to invest in invoicing software, warehousing software, CRM tools. You will have to invest in a sales and distribution system. You will have to, possibly also look at various ways of marketing your products, whether it's direct marketing, whether it's advertising, whether it's, door-to-door selling, whatever it is. But you need to go through all of them to be finally able to sell the product and be in business. So why should this be any different? Therefore, one of the key things that you should remember always is the fact that you are as good as the tools that you invest in. So let me kind of take you through a list of the most important tool sets that you should be investing in if you want to be successful in this business. Now that you know that these are the tools that are important, I'll personally tell you about a problem that I encountered in the course of my journey in the space of e-learning. So when I started off, very much like you, I started off with quite a few of these tools. And very soon I realized that I was spending literally about $350 to $400 a month. And in 6 months' time, I blew up about $2,400. And in return, what I could show was only about $500 of sale. So I knew that I could not afford this cash burn. It was just not possible. And when I realized this, I kind of made up my mind that, before things started going even worse, I'll possibly, shut shop and look for something else, because this was not viable. You couldn't earn 500 and spend 2,400. It's just not workable. And it was then, just at that particular juncture of my life, when things were looking completely downhill and I was, frantically trying to make ends meet, that I discovered Builderall. Now you might ask me, what is Builderall? Well, Builderall is the most comprehensive, all-in-one digital marketing platform that there is today in the market. And trust me, I have searched high and low for every single tool that I could find. I have actually demoed almost all of them. And I have realized that, there is nothing which can give me all the tools that I require for my and e-learning business, plus 30 plus tools additional at a price which is simply unbelievable. And you know how much the price is? The price is $99 a month. But that's not all. There is even more good news on that. Builderall has just launched Builderall 4.0, which is the all-new fast, interface that they have created. And the best thing about this interface is the fact that all websites built on this interface is not just mobile responsive, but they're blazingly fast. And with most content browsing happening on the mobile platforms, almost 70% of the browsing happening on the mobile platforms, this is fantastic news. But that's just not the end, because as a part of the 4.0 launch, Builderall is now offering a fantastic offer. They're offering a premium plan at $69.9 per month against the actual price of $99 per month. And this offer is valid only till the 31st of October 2020. Now, what could be better than that? I really can't figure out anything. So you've got a premium plan which actually costs $99 a month being made available to you at $69.90. So I've got my plan, so I'm happy with it. I'm absolutely thrilled with the fact that I've got both the Funnel Club and the Premium Club membership. But I was actually a Premium Club member much before all of this happened, so it doesn't affect me. But if you're interested, and I think you should be if you want to be in business, then check out this offer. This is a fantastic offer. Look for the link below and click on the link, go ahead, and you have the most outstanding offer that I now bring to you as a part of the premium program that Builderall runs, which is a $1 trial. Can you believe me? A $1 trial of all the premium features in Builderall for 1 month. You don't have to pay anything more than $1. And the best part is, if you do not like what you have on the table after a month, just before your 30 days are over, cancel the membership. And Builderall will give you back even the $1 that you spent. That is simply outstanding. But that is what it is. And I think it's fabulous, guys. So go ahead and click on the link below. Avail of this $1. This is something that, as a Premium Club user and a Builderall member, I can offer you. It is not something that you will get on the Builderall website also. You can go ahead and check it out on builderall.com on the pricing plans. You will not see this $1 offer. So if you want the $1 offer, click on it, go ahead, pay the $1 and try out this product. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Take it up, guys. I'm sure that you're not going to regret it. So hopefully I'll see you inside. Until then, take care, good luck, and stay awesome.